Hey guys, it's March 25th, 2018. As you can see, the weather is super nice. Well, not super nice, but pretty nice here in Seattle. Let's start on the left side with the crocus. You can see they're coming up now. I can feel like their growth is accelerating. Hopefully we'll get some flower as well. They usually do give flowers every spring, so yeah, it's pretty promising. And then my vegetable pot. On this side, we have the beets. Let's see. You can see two little germination over there, and then another one over there. And then there's a lot more around, but can't really see them yet. And then here's the carrots, just shoots, no actual carrots, garlic, and then the potatoes on this side. Can't really see anything yet. And then here's a empty pot. I actually ordered some new plants on Amazon, so it will be a surprise for you guys next week. I think it's coming this week. And then we have the asparagus over here. I planted two new ones yesterday. And these are just for marking, so they're not like real things. But yeah, we have two asparagus on each side, and then the old asparagus in the center with the smaller one over here. You can see it's sprouting already. And then I think we have one sprout over here. You can see this little pink-ish looking thing. That's one of the asparagus sprouts. And then I think there's another one. There's a few more over here, but I can't find it right now. I top it up with more soil. Oh, here's another one. So there's two little pink asparagus sprouts over here. They just come up later in the year, like early April, I guess. And then the hydrangea, it's doing really well. This one is doing really well as well. Probably gonna cut off the dead flowers from last year. And then the hyacinth, it's doing well as well. You can see some flowers coming up already. Not like a big flower though. Not like they used to produce way more flowers than this. But I guess the bulbs are just smaller. And then the grape hyacinth, I don't see any flower, but we have a lot of grape hyacinth. This pot is super full. I guess they flower at a different schedule, maybe later in the year. And then the blueberry, this one, you can see the flowers coming up slowly. No leaves yet though. Strawberry, I topped this pot with more soil last week, I think. And then, let's see. I think you can see some new strawberry growth over here. The leaves are coming up. And then this one as well. You can see the new leaves. This guy as well. You can see some new leaves coming up from each plant. And then right here we have the catnips. They're growing now, finally. I can definitely smell the catnip. And then the peony. It's looking pretty healthy. Comparing to last year, there's a lot more leaves coming up. Yeah, there's another sprout. Yeah, looking healthy. Probably not getting flowers yet though. And then the snowdrop, I'm just gonna let that seed pod develop, and then the other ones I'm gonna cut off the seeds, like these guys, all done flowering. And then over here, the different varieties. I don't think they're gonna flower this year. I'm not sure yet. And then over here, we have the Calla lilies. You can see there's two different colors. This lighter one and the darker red one. I think those are two different varieties. And then the rhubarb, it's pretty sparse and the plants aren't as big. Here's one plant over here, another one over here, so that's 2, 3, and then 4. So far I can see 4 rhubarb plants. And I think I might be able to harvest this leaf over here and then use the leaf stem for, I don't know, food stuff. And then here we have the crimson clovers. You can see the flowers are still coming up. And here we have a lot more of them. And then the daffodils. This is the first flower. And then a bunch more flowers are coming up. Looking healthy. And then here we have this random tulip coming up right here. This other blueberry is doing well as well. The flowers are opening up now. And then, yeah. And then you can see some leaf growth over there, kind of at the base. And then the raspberry are coming up pretty quickly. There's there's only a few new cane growth this year for some reason. Maybe they're gonna come up later. And then the garlics I planted yesterday. Venus flytrap looking pretty sad. Guess it's not the growth season yet. Summer snowflake. Another summer snowflake. And then another summer snowflake. They're all doing really well. And then this guy, Puskinia, I think. You can see a flower over there. Kind of like the white thing. Here, let me show it to you. Like that one at the center. California poppy. You can see some flower buds right here at the center. And then another variety of grape hyacinth. You can see the flowers already. Pretty cool looking. It's purple thing in the center. And then there's a Persian pearl tulip or something. Hopefully that's the flower. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like a flower, but I've never planted that, so I don't know. Artichoke looks good. Leaves are huge. Hopefully we'll get some artichoke flower this year. I don't know. My first time planting it, so not sure what their schedule looks like. And then this little thing here keeps coming up. I moved the tulip over here onto this fence. Don't see any flowers yet. Rosemary still kind of deteriorating. A little heavy. It's been raining a little bit. Lavender, it's doing really well. You can see a lot of new growth from the base. And then I also prune off the flowers. And you can see new growth on the older stem as well. And then here we have the succulents I repotted to save space. Another succulents. Lilies are coming up. Most likely gonna get flowers. They're just so easy to deal with. This pitcher plant isn't doing as well. And then this other bulb plant, it's coming up slowly. And my lovely hydrangea is doing really well. English ivy. The leaves are slowly turning green again, so it's coming back to growth. And then 2 other empty pots for surprise. And here we have the lily of the valley. You can see this 3 white flower variety, and then here we have the pink flower variety. And there's even one over there at the corner. It's going crazy. But yeah, we have a lot of lily of the valley plants expanding really well, so I'm happy with the results. Can't wait for the flower too, and I think they are pretty fragrant. Over here I repotted the saffron, so yeah, and I moved them under the roof, so I'm not gonna get some rain. As for the indoor garden, the snake plants are all doing well. You can see they're growing now. Another succulents, all doing well. And then I separated these plants into individual ones, and then I'm gonna plant them in water. This prayer plants, you can see this new growth. The leaves are more colorful. There's the purple spots, and I think that's during the growth season. And then the darker green spots are during like winter. Just more light versus last light. Snake plant, not seeing any sprout yet. I repotted this orchid over here. It's doing well. I also repotted this guy, the same variety. And then this orchid is doing well too. Hopefully it's gonna get more growth this year. Let me show you the new growth. Right here you can see new leaves and the roots over here. Staghorn fern, it's doing well. I'm just gonna let it grow a little more before I do anything in the future. Orchids are all doing good. You can see this guy is growing rapidly. This leaf is getting huge. It's healthy. And then this guy, let me show you the new growth. Right there at the base, you can see that sprout coming up. Right there. Don't see any new sprouts. And then I also repotted this guy. This guy looks the same. And then we have the bonsai, the ficus tree. Really need to move it outside, but it's still a little too cold outside. And then this orchid, a lot of new growth. Hopefully it's gonna send out some flowers. And then some new plants I got from Home Depot. When I bought them, these 2 plants are in one single small pot, so I separated them and repotted them into individual pots. And then these succulents are all doing really well. Let's see the baby plants. Looking good. This other succulent, it's doing well. Spider plants, almost said snake plants, but the spider plants is doing good. It's growing rapidly. This bird nest fern, it's doing well. Stockholm fern. Lots of individual plants, they're all growing. And then right here, I got this new plants from Home Depot as well, which I replaced with the other one. And then the snake plant roots growth, it's going well. This prayer plant, it's doing really well. You can see the newer leaves has a darker spot, and then at the very top, that new growth is coming up nicely, and you can see the leaves are more pigmented. And then the Hoya plant, it's doing very well. Let me find that new growth right here. You can see this new growth coming up. And then another new plant from Home Depot. This is a vine, so it's gonna kind of grow outward and hang over the pot.